This is just beautiful, actually. Nice, slow ramp. Everything just can't even get close. This is actually so satisfying. This right here is like the dream Pulsar situation. All right, we got another shotgun video. It was requested in chat by Noah to run the Pulsar 9000. And I did another poll on whether or not we should do Totally Rockin' Out or not. And I was surprised to see that the majority vote was actually for Blast from the Past, because on the Pulsar 9000, it is one of the tricky weapons where you can run triple crit rating. Now, each crit rating perk will be helping less and then less, and so the second and third crit rating are very not helpful. It's much better to run damage, reload, you know, get a crit damage in there, of course. So this is basically how the perks come on the weapon, and there's really not another way to do it. Now, if I did run Totally Rockin' Out, I could run Extraterrestrial Rio, but I'm sticking with just the basic build. This is the most default shotgun build in the entire game. Thank you for following, noob. And Locked and Reloaded is going to be great. I don't want to use Chaos Agent because it's not that effective on this weapon, and the reload's fine. It doesn't matter. And yeah, coconuts, all the fun stuff. Let's just get straight into it. You know, this is a similar situation to, I think, the Jabberwocky video, where I wanted to get a bunch of coconuts before recording, but then I spawned in right next to an encampment and a survivor and figured, well, I guess if the chaos is going to begin without me, I might as well get started, right? So I don't really enjoy saving survivors, but I do eliminate annihilating crowds of zombies, so you can knock out two birds with one stone, you might as well. I don't even think I have the survivor saved badge, but this right here is a beautiful showcase of why people enjoy the Pulsar so much. It's not really my favorite weapon, but the crowd clearing is unparalleled. If I get up against a smasher or a mini boss later, you guys are going to see why I don't think this weapon is the best shotgun in the game, but it is incredibly strong and super great for this, and it's just an absolute treat. To see a crowd of enemies and just delete them with one or two hits is always a fun experience. So I'm gonna look for a couple of crowds of enemies before we start and go from there. Oh, actually, look at that. We got a crowd right here. This is actually where I spawned in, but I wanted to get coconuts. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. Healing Death Burst is gonna mess with this a lot, and No Affliction is gonna make that tricky too, but it's still just so satisfying. So satisfying. Just everybody stand together. Come on. Crowd around now. Crowd around. Everybody all in one spot. Get in the lane. Here we go. Come on. Corral them together. And Healing Death Burst gets in the way, but oof. Oof. Nice easy crit. Takes out the big boy. And we're laughing. We're out of here. Look at that. We got another crowd of enemies. Let's take them out in pieces. That way the Healing Death Burst is less effective. Get those guys out of the way. I don't want to be standing on beehives. Isn't there some meme about a dog stepping on a bee? I don't actually know what it is, and I regret bringing it up. I'm sure somebody in the comments is going to tell me. I got 8 coconuts, but I'm trying to be greedy, and this guy's just not letting me have it. Let's see if we can get any more. Oh, God, a taker. Oh, my goodness. Oh, goodbye, taker. You know, a couple of people mentioned in my Pulsar videos that there are ways to take out riot huskies by kind of shooting off to the side. I wonder if I'll be able to investigate that in this video. Well, what do we got here? Here, let's do this. Coconuts, war cry. What can we do? Ooh, ooh. Ooh, satisfying. Healing Death Burst. You know, Healing Death Burst plagued my channel for so long because I recorded a bunch of these in one session because they're super fun and easy to get done, but all of the missions available were Healing Death Burst, so it plagued me over and over, and I figured, you know, today I'm gonna have a different experience, but honestly, I take everything I just said back. I kind of am having a different experience. If you're having Healing Death Burst issues, just hit him, kill him more harder, I guess. All right, the defense has begun. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, you know what? Four-shotting a weak mist monster, not too bad. We went minimalist on the traps, which is honestly probably fine. I don't think we're gonna be having too much trouble with this. It's a pretty stacked lobby too, but yeah, Pulsar 9000. We've already seen what you can do, but now the power level is 250. What can we see? This is just beautiful, actually. Nice, slow ramp. Everything just can't even get close. This is actually so satisfying. This right here is like the dream Pulsar situation. A fatty giving us trouble, as expected, but everything else is just dying. Easy, easy, easy. Cleaving through the crowds of enemies. And because the projectile is kind of slow, I feel like when the Healing Death Burst kicks in, the projectile is still not finished moving. So even if an enemy gets healed, you see that it actually, it still takes damage from the slow projectile, and it's kind of a nice quirk. Because some of the weapons in this game, I should say, are like rocket launchers, where it hits everything at once and then they all heal each other. But Oh, see, I think that's what people were talking about. Where, with the Riot Huskies, if you shoot it like that, it actually goes right through it. Oh my goodness. And here is where I've told people in the past that this weapon is not S tier. Ew. Ew. Even with a war cry, what can we do? It's pretty subpar. It's not that great damage-wise. I still want to test this. So if you shoot kind of way off to the side, it absolutely does. Wow. This thing is way more capable of taking care of Riot Huskies than I ever thought. That's kind of cool. My opinion on this weapon hasn't changed much, but I still did learn something today. Let's eat a coconut, see what we can do. Nice. That's actually like not as... I thought it'd be like a niche little trick that's not that practical, but no, that works really, really well. So if you ever want to take care of a Riot Husky, just shoot off to the side, I guess. Nice. I'm just going to clean up this crowd of enemies. How well can we kill a nurse? Is she going to... All right. I guess she's just going to die in one shot. That is perfectly acceptable. I think that was a one shot, but the wall dart might have had something to do with that. No. Not 100% sure on that one. But something to note here... Oh my goodness, multiple smashers. That is going to be tricky. At least we can shoot both of them at the same time, but without affliction or any help in that front, yeah, Aura Dragon is definitely coming in clutch here, because I'm not going to be able to solo that. Let's see if we can get a nice crowd of enemies. So, shielders. Let me see if it's the same thing as the Riot Husky. Shoot off to the side. Yeah, there's really no way to go around it that I'm seeing. You kind of have to just barrel stuff it, go in, take out the... Oh, this is tricky. Maybe I can just... There we go. Take out the shielder. Easy. Now we can just clean everything up. No problem. It's super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Assuming I can actually hit the thing. Is there another crowd of... Oh, here we go. This is it. Without healing Death Burst, this weapon would just be shining. Super good damage for a whole crowd of enemies, but it's interesting. It's like I've said this a million times, but I want to rephrase it in a way that, like, the Pulsar is really good for doing, like, the minimum damage required to take out a crowd of enemies, but not enough for the big targets. So it's really well balanced in that way, I guess, but I like imbalanced weapons. I know I've got coconuts, by the way, but this constant healing is kind of gonna help me not be dead. I want the coconuts for the damage, so I don't want to eat them more than like every 30 seconds, and I certainly don't have enough to get through the whole mission. I didn't have enough time to prep this mission because of a miscommunication, but yeah, I feel like the campfires will help me stay less dead. I should focus on the crowds of enemies. Let them take care of the smasher, and it looks like the spawns are shifting, so it was a good time to take damage because I really don't want to lose this mission. You know, we have actually lost a couple of missions in these, you know, fun 160s videos, and I put it as an explanation in one of my videos on screen, but I can explain right now that a lot of times in these missions, not this one particularly, but a lot of times in these missions I've wanted to showcase a super weird loadout, like the Nocturno video and the, what was it, the Scourge video, where we basically had no traps. It was just me up there shooting stuff. And what happened there is we lost the Nocturno video because we had less traps, but I wanted to showcase the weapon, which is why we trapped less. So we usually don't fail missions so consistently, but we set these missions up differently. I am not going to be able to do anything against this mini-boss. I will be able to pop a war cry and help the team. Definitely going to do that. But as you can see, against a single target, not that great. I'm not running Chaos Agent, but I wonder if I have a Huskbuster crafted. I usually do. Let's see. Let's see what, like, the Huskbuster can do. I love this weapon so much. This is not the first shotgun video where I pulled out the Huskbuster. This is what I'm talking about. It's basically the damage that the Pulsar can do, but more, and it's using shotgun shells instead of energy cells, and you can reload nice and quick to get right back into the fight. Yeah, no, this is significantly better for single target. Now, obviously, the Huskbuster is going to struggle against crowds of enemies, but that's just the balance of the game, I guess. You know, no one weapon can literally do everything. Although, even as I say that, I still feel like weapons like the Ground Pounder and the Huskbuster, they shoot fast enough, and because they're shooting in a spread, they're adept enough at killing groups of enemies that the wide ring of damage that you see here, I believe, is kind of overkill. It's probably fanning out more than it needs to, and less than what is necessary, or more than what is necessary to annihilate crowds of enemies. That said, though, this ramp, still my favorite part of the map right now. This is so great. I am standing on, is it acid pools or slow pools? I think it's slow pools, but with the shotgun build, Not only does Shrapnel Headhunter have some of the highest base damage or health in the game, I have her supercharged, so yeah, we're able to stand out here for a long time. And Chat, of course, voted on Blast from the Past. So Blast from the Past plus a super tanky shotgun hero, literally standing in beehives, and it took me that long to die. Just gonna get over here to the campfires and heal up for a little bit, I suppose. Not while not gonna take a break from annihilating a crowd of enemies, but it's so great. I can shoot them all back, stand here and heal, and just wait for them to come through. Super easy, fairly inconvenient. Have I already said that in this video? I don't know. New pitch meetings have come out. Have you guys seen the new Jurassic Park movie, Dominion, and the new Top Gun movie? He hasn't done one on the Top Gun movie yet, but Dominion was pretty good. That was a movie that I was surprised by. Like, a lot of people apparently rated it really poorly, but I enjoyed it. So, who's right, you know? Like, that's kind of the weird thing about movies, and that's why I don't really analyze them too much usually, because if you enjoyed a movie, why go and ruin it by reading a bunch of reviews that point out everything wrong with it? I'm one of those people who, I'm happy to turn my brain off for some movies and just see, oh look, a bunch of dinos, and not try to analyze the story too much. But I don't know, that's just me. If you guys want to comment down below what you guys thought, then I'll be happy to read it. But I think I said this in a daily video as well. You're welcome to leave an opinion, but whether or not I'll take it to heart is, you know, your mileage may vary. So thank you guys so much for watching. Pulsar 9000, definitely a fun recommendation. If you guys got any more, Twitch link down below. If you guys want to be a part of these, I do these on stream, and it's definitely a fun time. I'm gonna catch up on chat, and see you guys in the next one. And then